What's up, you guys? It's so good to have you guys back. It's good to be back. I'm filming a couple videos today. This is going to be a two-parter kind of look so that you guys aren't sitting here for an hour on end, because you guys know I can talk your ear off. And so yeah, if you're new here, my channel is anything and everything beauty related, skincare, hair care, makeup, nails, doing nails, anything, even some random stuff like stuff that I found cool that work around my house, or stuff that my animals like, or whatever. Anything that I just want to share for you guys that I think I thought was interesting and might be interesting to you. This also for like little tips and tricks that will make your makeup application a little bit easier. I have 20 plus years experience in this type of industry, including doing makeup on other people. So yeah, it's from nails to skincare to makeup artistry. I'm just all this wrapped up into one. Okay, so, and if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it below. If I haven't told you already, my name is Leah Love, and this is Beauty with Love. Let's get started in this video. I will be barefaced, but for my eyes done in 3, 2, 1. So I have some of my eyes done. I'm not totally done with that. That's in a different video. You know how I can get talking and the videos can be like an hour long. Well, I'm trying to break them up again so that you guys are not so overwhelmed with one video. That being said, I'm going to use some products that are new to me that I've never used. Again, shopping my stash before things get old. And that's really important, you know what I mean? It's, if you pick out something and you don't use it, why do you have it? You're just a collector of things. And I'm like a collector of makeup, but I'm learning like, yeah, I don't need to do that. And I'm passing it along. I'll sanitize it and then I'll pass it along to like nieces and cousins and things like that, if I'm not like gonna use it every single day, because some palettes are not an every single day type of palette. Some of them are like, hey, this is like a one and done kind of thing, you know, you're just kind of going along with it. But some palettes are like, oh yes, I really need to keep this one. Granted, and it's really hard for me to do that because I so want to just like hoard it and hold on to it, but I'm learning to like let go of things. But the truth be told, if you don't try it, if you just buy it and then it's left somewhere and you don't use it, then it's kind of a waste, especially when it comes to makeup, because makeup does expire if you don't use it. Now, with that little spiel going on, I'm going to go ahead and grab this Photo Focus face primer, and it's the Wet n Wild matte one. I have not used this. It says, lightweight formula refines the appearance of pores, smooth skin for even makeup application, which is great. Apply to clean skin, use under foundation to control shine and achieve a matte finish. I don't have a lot of shine issues, but yeah, as you can see, I have never used this. When things have little doolollies on them like this, little sealers, I actually really love it, because the fact is, that means nobody has gotten into my stuff. Ooh, I was squeezing it too. I pulled it out. Okay, so this looks like lotion. Honestly, it looks like lotion, doesn't it? It's a little thicker than lotion. I probably squeezed too much out. I'm going to go ahead and put this all over my face. Use my little mirrors down here. If you haven't watched the other video, I have my lights and camera and everything in like a different spot, so I am trying to concentrate on looking in the right places. But it's really hard when you are so used to having it one way and then you set it up and you use it a different way. And yeah, I was just trying something different with lighting and stuff like that, so naturally I had to put my camera in a different spot. Let me go ahead and grab some hair clippies and just put them into my hair. Just put them into my hair. Again, I'm sorry if it looks funny where I'm looking. I'm trying to pay attention to where I look, and it takes a lot of concentration when you're doing makeup and then having to look in a certain place. I just got that in my hair. It's kind of annoying. Areas. All right, with that said, I have 3 shades of the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Lasts up to 24 hours, mattifying, second skin effect. And I have hazelnut beige, fair beige, and then I have sand beige, and sand beige is the one I'm going to be using today. Hazelnut beige is just a shade too dark for me right now because I don't have any type of tan or anything like that, and then fair beige is just a little too light. I kind of like getting a little bit of extra random colors because that just covers the gambit for me. And I'm going to go ahead, and yes, I've seen people drop this all over their face, but I mean, does that do something for you? And if it does, let me know. But then I'm going to take my Miracle blending sponge and just go ahead and blend it out. Do you see the coverage that it gives? And I mean, it looked like I put on a lot, but I really didn't, and it has gone a long way. So remember, when you're putting this on, it goes a long way. Now, I don't get the whole drippy thing, but I mean, whatever. I'll do it, I guess. I mean, like I said, does that do something for you? I mean, does it? Because I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, it is easier to put it on like that, I will say, because it is in a dropper. But it's not like, I don't feel like it's a necessity for me to put it on like that. I could probably put it on the back of my hand. And definitely, if you're using this on a client, which this would be a good type of foundation to use on a client, because it's affordable and it's well above its price in performance. And yeah, you could get multiple ones. And yeah, the dropper though, you're not going to be dropping it on anybody's face if you want to keep your job as a makeup artist. That's unsanitary. You want to like put it on a little plate of some sort, mixing plate, and then put it on their face. Blend it into your hairline. And when you do get it into your hairline, remember, you can remove it with product or even like a little micellar water or anything like that. You just want to make sure that it's out of your hairline when you go to like style it and things like that. Well, that has set down just beautifully. I have not used this before, and yet it is so beautiful, and it was so easy to use. I am like over blending, really, truthfully, because I don't know, I just am playing with it. And I mean, if you can look, it's gorgeous. And what a good match. And I'm hard to match when it comes to foundations. I'm really hard to match. I'm not going to be pulling out a new concealer today. I'm just going to be grabbing for my Wet n Wild Megalast Incognito All Day Full Coverage Foundation, All Day Full Coverage Concealer. And this is in the shade Light Honey. This has been a real go-to lately, but I go through rounds of like concealer. And we're just going to dab it right here. A little bit right there. Not trying to overdo it today. It's not the look I'm going for. And I'm just going to pinch my Miracle Sponge here and just blend in. Using light pats because you want most of your product and the color to be right where you need it to be concealed. Really, really beautiful. Just those two go together so well. Like really, really good. Love it. And I'm going to take my Too Faced. Let's see which way. I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. And it is well loved and used. And I love the fact that it has a little lid that you can snap shut. So if you decide to go on trips, it's not going to just be all over the place. I'm putting some of this in there. Taking my Heavenly Luxe number 14 brushes. You know that is in my favorites collection. And just going to set down all over. Taking my time to make sure that I have set the entire area. Remember, when you're setting down, you want to actually set down small areas. You will see me blend out into my chin, but I have set down the smaller areas so that I know that those areas are set. That's very important. Up into the hairline. Now, even though I have dusted over my eye area, I'm actually going to go ahead and set it down a little bit more strategically, just to prevent any kind of creasing and things like that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not 25 anymore, so I'm going to get some type of creasing, but this just helps to hold off on it. That is such a pretty combination. All of that is just so pretty. Now I'm just playing around here. The next product that I'm going to be stepping into is something that you guys are going to be like, how have you not used this before? I have had it since it came out, but I have yet to use it. Again, you get so comfortable in using the same products over and over again that when you have a gem of a product, and it's just tucked away in your little collection of makeup, you miss out on it. So yeah, this is the Tarte Life of the Party Clay Blush Palette and Clutch. So honey, I mean, like, this is like a clutch. Like, you could take this out, I believe. I'm gonna take off the lid to this, and like, you take out the actual thing and you can literally like put stuff in this. Now granted, I carry too much stuff around that this is not going to do anything for me. I'm going to need to have like, I don't know, like, I mean, this could actually be a really nice going out clutch to have. Like, you have a mirror there and you can stuff your cards in there, and then maybe some lipstick and stuff like that, touch up powder, and you're good to go. Super cute. Such a topic starter, and it's really beautiful. I am sorry if my gaze is shifting offward. I'm really trying to stay focused on you guys instead of trying to track my movements in my camera. That's what happens when you move your camera. This may not stay like this because it's kind of a hard concentration type of thing. But yes, this is a great little addition. And inside that was this beautiful little combination of things. Like, you have your powder bronzers, and then you have some blushes and like cooler tones and warm tones. Really cute. I think I'm going to grab this center one, and it's called Pool Float. Life of the Party Pool Float. I love Tarte clay blushes. They're really great. They're usually really pigmented in a good soft way, not like obnoxious kind of way. So let's just go ahead and dip into that. I do like that there's a cool one and a warm one, and then a shiny bronzer and not regular bronzer. Now, the problem when you put on makeup on camera and you have all these lights, it does wash it out. So if I was going to wear this out, I would have to tone down things, because otherwise you can't actually see what I'm doing if I just put it on like a regular way. I'm keeping my blush up high near my eye and then taking it up on my temple. What's funny is this type of look is something that was very much in style in the early 80s, I want to say. It was like very angular and like all that. But now it has come back because you realize the lifting properties of placing that blush in that area, as opposed to right here. Right here, if you put it right here in the apple of your cheek, it's going to fill out your cheek. If you're going to put it up here, it's going to create a lifting properties. So it's really whatever you decide that you're looking for that day. Now, moving on from that little chit chat, these are like, okay, so I'm going to tell you the names of these. It goes Flamingo, Passport, Pool Party. These are the blushes. And then over here is like a shiny bronzer. And this is called Sandy Cheeks and Tan Lines. And I'm going to go ahead, and Sandy Cheeks has like a shimmer to it, just so you know, so you don't use that for contouring. But I'm going to go ahead and take my Wet n Wild. This is like an angled brush. I haven't used it before, obviously. I just like had it. I don't know. I just had it. And it's like, I don't have the number to it, but I am going to take some of that tan lines. And when contouring, we want to look directly straight when we're contouring this area and just dusting along it. Don't have to do a lot. See how it just brings out, chisels out my chin a little bit. Contouring has been around forever, despite what many people may think, that it was created by somebody who was a celebrity and all of that. No. Contouring has been around forever. It just hit the mainstream, I don't know, hard. It hit the mainstream hard, like, I don't know, like 6 years ago or something like that. Maybe a little bit longer, I don't know, but shows how much I pay attention to that. I don't really think like, it just hasn't really, it's always been around. So if you think like, oh, it's a new thing, no, it's not. I'm going to take that same tan lines and dust it on my Real Techniques 400 brush and just take it around my hairline and just continue to warm up the face, going right over that blush area. Usually you want to contour things that you want to shrink or shadow out or things like that. And I don't have a really huge forehead, which I'm very thankful for. But I do this to warm up my face because I think of where I tan normally. So when you have, when you're using blush, or not necessarily just blush, but like if you're doing a contour type of effect, always think about, if you're doing a bronzing type of effect, just think about where you tan normally and go from there. Now, before I go ahead and add any highlighter or anything like that, or finish up my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and take my It Cosmetics Rose brush. I have found that this is one of the best brushes for blending, and that's what you want to do. You want to blend all your makeup in, okay? Blend it all in like it is one uniform look, because that's where you get that symmetry and without looking like an overcaked mess. Blend, blend, blend. See how pretty? Especially if you do a lot of contouring, you're going to want to blend. And I'm going to take this Expert Concealer Brush. Is that what this is? Yeah. This Expert Concealer Brush, it's Real Techniques 210. And I'm going to dip into the same palette that I'm doing my eyes with, which is in another video. And there are so many highlighters in this and even eyeshadows that you can use as highlighters that I am like, oh, come on, which one do I want to use? They're so pretty. This is a stunning palette. Okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet and pick Mirage. We're gonna do Mirage, which is the biggest one right there. I think because it's got a little bit of a warmness to it. I don't know. I'm just drawn to it right now. I'm gonna add it to this. And I'm going to tap off any extra and just add to the very high points that I know would hit light, and just tap it on. I mean, I'm telling you, their highlighters are so pretty. That's why I know when I do any shimmers with them that they are just going to be stunning. Again, tip of the nose. We're not trying to look like Rudolph. I know it's Christmas season, but yeah, no. And my arches right there, because when you do your arches right there, even if they've fallen some because of age and your Cupid's bow, you're going to bring them more forward so that they are looking more prominent. So you may, it'll actually end up making your lips look fuller. And I'm going to go back to my other video that I'm filming and go ahead and finish my eyes up. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, now that my eyes are done, if you guys like what I have done with my eyes, there'll be another video on that. Like I said, I'm trying to cut them up so that you guys are not stuck watching like an hour video, because I know that can get really tedious. So, also, I wanted to show you guys a little trick. This is the High Glass NYX finishing powder in light. It has a slight shimmer to it if you actually look at it. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush from my Wet n Wild, I think it's their Mermaid collection, I'm not really sure. And I'm going to go ahead and just tap into this, tap off any extra, and I'm going to run it right over my cheeks, because if you don't want a super duper highlight, you can always opt for something like this, which is a beautiful finishing powder without having the highlight. It gives a soft glow to your skin, which is really beautiful, really iridescent, kind of just gives you that glowy kind of vibe without having to have the entire highlighting compact on you. But yeah, I have both on right now. We know that. You just saw that. So to go ahead and finish up my lips today, I'm going to grab this Stila, it's called Color Balm lipstick, and it's in the color Sadie. I've never used it, but this is the color. Thought it'd be really pretty to kind of use with this whole look. And I'm not going to line my lips, I'm just going to put this on like this. And if you don't make faces when you put on lipstick, good for you, because I make so many crazy faces. If you have like super thin lips, you may not like the applicator, but you can always use it in a different way. I think this is a beautiful, absolutely stunning coral shade. Again, that's the name Sadie. The Color Balm lipstick from Stila. I absolutely love it. And then I'm going to top it with two things. Yes, two, because we know I'm a little extra. This is in the Dominique Cosmetics lip gloss. Again, I have not used this before. It's in Strawberry Lemonade. Dominique Cosmetics, I have 3 of her palettes and absolutely love them. She is a YouTube influencer on YouTube, and she's absolutely adorable and stunning at the same time, and super relatable, and she makes really high quality products, and it's called Dominique Cosmetics. And if you haven't checked them out, I would seriously check them out. I use her transition palette very frequently, and you can use it for anything. And I'm going to go ahead and look at this. This is such a beautiful shade that I thought would just go so well with this. If your lips are dry during the winter and things like that, you're going to want to use balms and glosses and things like that. And I'm such a sucker for a corally pink color, which is exactly what both of these are. I mean, if you look at these, so stunning. And last but not least, I'm going to take this small mini. I actually have a large one in these, but I wanted to use my mini first. This is in Celeste. This is the full-on Plumping lip polish. And if you look at it, it's got these really pretty sparkles in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this in the center of my lips. I'm just going to use my mirror that's right here. And the last but certainly not least is my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I love this stuff. This is like my go-to pretty much when I'm out of my Urban Decay. Just melts everything together. It smells really good, things like that. So I hope you like this look. I had a really good time creating it in multiple different videos. So if you want to see the eye video, I think I'm going to post that one first, and then I'll post the face video, and then you'll have them all together. Anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope your holiday season is going fantastic. If this is your first time visiting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I try to post around 2 to 3 times a week. It is the holiday season, so it's taken me a little bit out of context here. So I'm trying to get back into that, but then Christmas is going to come and all of that. I hope you guys understand. I also have my Instagram, which I do post more frequently on there. If you're interested in that, I will leave my information down below. And I also try to leave in the description box just some little blurbs about me so you can get to know me a little bit better. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. I appreciate that. As always, my constant reminder is beauty is skin deep. So makeup can cover up a whole lot of things as long as it's on your skin. But when you dig a little deeper, if you're not beautiful on the inside, it's very likely it's going to show on the outside. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Stay safe. Take care of each other.